Today I'm going to be talking about the role of alcohol when it comes to insurances, so life cover, critical illness cover and income protection. So insurers are going to be particularly interested if you have ever been alcohol dependent or excessively consumed alcohol, and what they will do is categorise that based upon the amount of units that you drink per week. Now they may ask you in units, they may ask you in regards to how many glasses of wine or bottles of beer do you drink per week. And if your GP has ever told you that you have alcoholism, they will also have that as a point of interest. The main thing the insurer is going to want to know is when did this happen? So when was the month and year that your dependency on alcohol ended, and how long had you been dependent on it? They're going to want to know the time since that's happened. So the longer it's been since you were dependent on alcohol, the better. The more policies that will be available to you, the more insurers that will be available, and the better pricing for these policies. A big thing as well is whether or not you currently drink. So even if you have been dependent in the past and are no longer dependent but still continue to drink, that is something that the insurer is going to want to know about. Now the good news is that there's always going to be something available. So not to worry, there will always be something available, but what's available to you will very much depend upon your circumstances. So you may find that if you are still drinking, that the premiums that are offered by an insurer on a standard market would be too high to consider, and it just wouldn't be practical or affordable to sort of set yourself to that every single month for how many years you need the cover for. The insurers will want to know if you had any secondary conditions, so if you have any lasting implications with your liver, they will be interested in that. If you do have any liver function test results available, that would be very handy to have in the application so that the insurer knows quite early on as to what your general health is. Now the good news is as well is that you may find that if you are in that circumstance where the premiums are a lot higher than what you would want, there are policies, and these are specialist policies out there that you can apply for, that instead of increasing the premium, what they do is they exclude claims related to the alcohol. So in a sense, it sort of reduces the claim set for the policy, and whilst that's maybe not ideal, it may be an affordable solution for at least in the short term until you are a longer time frame from having had alcohol, and then the standard policies that can include any cause of, say, death or critical illness or claim in regards to not being able to work become much more affordable. So the point is that don't worry, even if you've looked elsewhere and in the standard market they have turned around and said that they are a bit unsure as to whether or not they can cover you, or they've given you what we call terms that are just ridiculously, out of your price packet. Don't worry, there are specialist policies out there, and it's just a matter of finding the right kind of policy and tailoring it to suit you.